quick recap, in which case, let's get started with the usual.
Only good things happened last time.
Only good things.
Mhm.
Well, starting off after a brief journey, which involved some rigorous swimming training for Lou, the team, you guys arrived on the Promised Island. And although it wasn't very big, many exciting things were abound. I believe I remember Milo climbing a tree, and he found an old but functioning Pokeball. We had Kid make friends with a little sea slug. And then V ran around poking at bones and things until he finally got tired. And then after a short lunch, the group discovered what not to do with a Wingull.
I mean, I don't know if the group discovered that or if just being Kid.
That's true.
Milo was already aware of the outcome. He didn't expect it to be such a wonderful teaching experience.
That's true, yeah. I think Milo, if anything, discovered that sometimes staying in the hammock is a perfectly fine decision.
An afternoon nap after lunch is just exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, makes sense.
Minimum training.
Yep. So you guys got mauled by some hungry birds. In the process, though, you did catch 2 Wingull, which you now have, although I think you guys don't have them with you? Who has their Wingull with them?
I don't have it. I only have Sheila. I don't know if Kid brought all of his Pokemon, though.
Yeah, Kid's got all his stuff.
Yeah, I imagine.
He doesn't have anything, like, important. All the few electronics are in the plastic bag with his phone. Everything else is just weathered already, so he's got it all.
That's very fair. All right. So yes. And then in the process of getting to explore the island further, I think... Oh yes, another thing that happened. V learned that, in fact, this was a piece of land that belonged to his great-grandfather, apparently. And apparently it was something that your father had known about, although he rarely visited here.
Never took us on vacations or anything here.
Dad didn't take me to the Macy's parade.
I know they didn't talk about Ash's. Have they ever talked about Gary's dad? Or mom, whichever one is Professor Oak's
I
kid?
know of.
Not that we know of. We were talking about that a couple weeks ago. We're like, we don't know.
I know he has a sister because you meet her in like Red and Blue. She gives you the town map, but I have no idea who
his
Gary's
dad, like
are.
his dad, or is it his mom that is Professor Oak's kid? You know, and who are they? Were they at least Ash? You kind of got to meet his mom. She was hanging out, you know, with Mr. Mime and Professor Oak most of the time.
Nope. I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Along with V, we will discover the mysteries of this alternate universe, which
our personal canon.
Your personal canon, our personal canon. I believe I have to now say that because with the show ending and presumably, you know, everybody else getting to age up, we're kind of running in a parallel universe now.
That's
right.
That's gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
Gary is in a nightmarish hellscape where he had to watch as his friends stayed 10 as he grew up.
But yeah, I guess one other thing that should be mentioned is that while you guys had the momentum of discovering various secrets, you also decided to delve deeper into another secret, which was a secret cave. And after a short crawl through a tunnel that went under the island, you guys exited into an underground cavern, explored that a bit, found some signs that perhaps Gary Oak was not the last person to visit the secret passage. And maybe, yeah. And
who knows?
Then, yeah, you made, you explored around V. I think you found some stuff. You found a little scale.
Yes, I found like a shiny, was that a prism scale?
A prism scale, yep. And then you guys made for the only available exit up the roots of a tree that stretched through a second tunnel, which came out into a wide and spacious cavern, a cove. Then after failing to skip over some rocks, falling into the water several times, you guys scattered to do what you do best. I think Kid befriended some local dwebble, V climbed trees and was a local menace, threw some berries at his friends, and Milo made sensible decisions not to dive in a cave, which may or may not be the bedroom of a Gyarados.
Sure, it's fine.
Didn't want that. We're just gonna go over here now.
Yep.
We're gonna pretend that doesn't exist.
But yeah, after an hour or so of these shenanigans, you guys also went into the northern part of the cove, where you discovered a shipwreck of some 100 years back. V, at that point, decided to venture forward, but things didn't really go according to plan. Something was waiting for you guys inside. So, yeah. That all went down. I believe your ankle is now severely ripped up. Not broken, but definitely severely messed up. But thanks to the help of your friends, you did manage to escape. Your friends and their Pokemon. Froakie
and not die.
Yeah. Froakie must be remembered as well. But you did discover something else. There was a Ghastly who had apparently been trying to keep the stronger ghost at bay. Also chose this time to retreat, and V, although your first few attempts to befriend it were not super successful, you have told me that you are determined to keep on trying. So, I guess that's where we'll pick up. So as the light shining into the cove's dome from above slowly begins to dwindle and nightfall threatens, gently, bit by bit, but nevertheless threatens, what is everybody doing?
Okay, so when we came out here, we knew that the tide was going to be out for, what, 8 hours?
I think that's what Dee said, yeah.
How long do we have before the cave becomes impassable? Like, this is more just Milo thinking. If anybody knows.
What time since?
Yeah, how long has it been since the tide went out? Like, how long do we have?
Well, you guys went down there around, I would say, 3 p.m., 4 p.m. The trek through the cave, although it seemed pretty quickly because my map was small, the cave was quite long. You were down in the cave for at least an hour.
Oh, okay.
Hiking around various things and, like, exploring, essentially. I kind of sped you guys through that process. Sorry I didn't make that clear.
No, it's all good.
But it was
that makes a lot more sense as to how this thing could be.
In terms of, like, I would say the descent down the original rope and through that little kind of gooseneck tunnel. The Descent, yes, a great movie.
Hopefully not going to happen.
Hopefully not. God, can you imagine? No, that probably took you like a solid, 15 minutes. Down that first tunnel. Through the cave took about another 30-ish minutes, and then back up the route. No, the climb back up the roots wasn't even that long. That was like 5 minutes tops. So you were down in the cave from one end to the other was about 40-ish minutes. So that all took an hour, and then you guys were splashing around through the cove for, I would say, at least another 1 or 2 hours, because you all went in different directions, kind of scattered, did your own things. So I would say, of the 8 hours before the tide comes back in, you have approximately 5 of them left.
Okay, so hour to get here, optimum conditions. Probably 2 hours to get back with V in the current state. Okay, so we have a little bit of time. Okay, then first thing is, I guess we'd probably take a look at V's wound, like, or try to treat that, because if it's nasty, then it's got to be treated.
Go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
Okay, let me just take a look. All right, it's gonna suck. I gotta kind of. Do you have any shoes? You're not wearing shoes, are you?
No.
No shoes, and you just have your shorts?
Shoot.
It's a 10.
Okay. Well, you're not a doctor. The situation is such. It is not super swollen. So,
Okay.
however, it hasn't been long enough for it to fully swell.
Okay. Is it
So-
more like compression and like something might be broken or sprained, or does it look more like
It doesn't look.
something cut the flesh?
It looks like something essentially cut the flesh, and it looks like it would be severely bruised. It might be sprained because, you guys were twisting and trying to get away from that thing for a while. So there's a chance that it might. But I think until until V really tries to put pressure on it, which up until now I think everybody's been kind of helping him, drag him around. You won't really know.
Kind of dragged him over here, and he kind of just laid down and has been there since.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know anything about,
Injuries?
Like, I know you throw down a lot. You definitely, you look like you're a little familiar with getting hurt. Do you know anything about what do we do? What do we do? I don't have the book. I don't have my guy.
I know all about getting hurt. Fixing it, not so much. I don't know if you could tell. He kind of holds his arms out. You can see all kind of bandages on his fingers, up his arm. Got one on his elbow. This is about the extent of what I know how to do. Unfortunately, I mean, we can wrap his ankle up if he's cut up or hurt. I mean, I don't know. Did we bring the little medicine kit? We got one of those, right?
Oh, I left it in my backpack. Back. They didn't expect us. It hurt.
I'm sure it's fine, Milo. It's just leave it.
Can you stand? V, I need you to try to stand.
Right now? Can I wait?
Unfortunately, we kind of got to get an idea of if it's bad enough that you can or can't.
Hold on. Just reaches a hand up.
Yeah, I'll kind of help pull him to his feet so that he can stand on the good leg, and then put pressure gently on the one that got messed up.
Okay. I would say that you can't stand while you are balancing on your good leg. As soon as you put pressure on the other leg, it begins to hurt. It doesn't hurt to the extent that you think you've broken it, but it's definitely not like you can walk. If you might be able to hobble, I don't know, 5 feet, but after that it kind of gets overwhelming and you have to essentially drag yourself.
Okay,
yeah, it fucking hurts.
Alright, let's get you back down. Let's get the foot elevated. Near this rock, and he'll kind of just put your ankle up on a rock and take his shirt off and kind of bundle it up like a little pillow.
Okay.
Under your heel. Okay. Now we need to decide. We've got I estimate 4 or 5 hours until the tide comes back in, according to what Dee said. So I don't know. It's gonna take us maybe 2 hours to get back, kind of carrying you along. Do we wait here to see if you get better in that meantime? Do we leave now? What do we want to? He's kind of looking between both of you. What do we want to do?
Can't leave without her.
Without?
He just looks off into the pool.
Milo looks into the water. Without what hurt you? But that was back in the boat. Why do you want that?
No, Milo. He just reaches one hand out with the Pokeball towards the pool. This way.
Oh, right.
The ghastly.
The ghastly.
Well, I mean, it sounds like we might need to give V a little bit of time, maybe a half hour or an hour before we absolutely have to get moving. I guess try to recoup a little bit, hang out. You could try to coax the ghastly, and we'll just kind of keep an eye on things, hang out with some Dwevel. Kids already kind of walked over towards these two. Just, do our thing, and hopefully if we give you a little bit, maybe it'll get a little bit better. I mean, we'll all be together, so even if you have to limp, me or Milo can back you up. That way you're not just, suffering on your ankle.
Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of handy, Milo. Could you whip up like a little makeshift crutch just to be safe, or like a walking stick? There's some trees over here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. He'll kind of, I guess he'll swim over and take a look at the branches. Are there any branches that have fallen that look like they would be able to support V's weight?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Man. Hey, okay, dirty 20.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, you are able to. There's not a lot of them on the ground, weirdly enough, but you're able to look up into the trees and you find some branches that are a little bit more dry, so you're able to rip them down pretty easily and get rid of the leaves and everything. And you have yourself what could either be a walking stick, or if you wanted to break it in half, could perhaps be used as like a support.
Hey, let's see. Because the tunnel we came through, we still had to swim, right? Like well, we didn't really have to swim, but it came up to like waist deep water.
When you come out the other side, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just not sure which one would be.
Milo's, as you walk along on the sand, you see a couple of the Dwebble turn towards you and begin to approach you, and then they realize that you're not Kid, and they kind of get disappointed and turn away.
Sorry guys, I left my good jam back in my backpack. I think Kid could probably find stuff for you though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Kid, they're gathering around you. News has spread, and you find yourself like a little Dwebble army that's not exactly following you, but they're definitely like approaching, and they're watching your movements very carefully.
He will use his knife to kind of just like shave off all the loose branches and stuff and try to just make a walking stick. Just something that, is about 5 feet long and can support his weight bear down on it. But okay. I don't know what to do now. Like we're just sitting. Like, I feel like we should be doing something.
Me? What do you want to do? Kid says as he picks up this Dwebble right here. Oh! I said that and then the PC crashed.
Oh,
no. Wrong Dwebble.
Oh no, you have chosen the Dwebble of death.
He kind of like lowers his voice, hopefully so V can't hear him. He's like, I kind of want to get V to an adult so that like he's. Did you see that leg? That leg was like purple.
Yeah, the thing in the ship, even from outside above water, sounded pretty spooky.
Yeah, it got me moving. So, but we can't do that. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of hungry. Maybe and look over at Lou. It's like maybe we'll go grab some berries, come back, give us all something to just eat for a little bit. I don't know. Keep busy. I need to do something. And he'll kind of point past the island, like way past the center little mound. He's like, don't go into that dark water on the other side though. Just stay away from that. The Gyarados in there. Don't. I don't. Over here.
I think a Gyarados might be a little bit above her pay grade, so you don't have to worry about. I can't pick a Gyarados up. So.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
He'll go off with Lou and start gathering gathering berries, whatever he could find, because I know it kind of got picked clean a little bit. Because I think V already gathered some, or Kid did. But
V
if he can find any more
yeah.
food.
Go ahead and roll me a
V
survival check.
picked them off of 1.
Hey, that I have a stat in. Dirty 20.
That's a dirty 20. Okay. Milo, the adrenaline is probably helping a little bit, but you do get, I would say, write down that you have 7 more. What were they? It was with cherry berries, right?
Cherry. Yeah, cherry
Yes.
berries.
You get 7 cherry berries, which you know are edible by both Pokemon and humans. It's just the humans sometimes find them a little bit bitter. But aside from that, you also begin to slowly forage, and you find a little bit of a plant that you recognize can be eaten. It's like a little bit sour tasting, but it is edible. Ironically enough, I know exactly what I'm trying to say, but I cannot say it in English. I don't remember its name in English. It doesn't matter. You also kind of get down closer to the water, and you do see some seaweed down in the water, and you know that potentially, if you wanted to, you could go look for seaweed that you could identify as edible as well.
Can make the worst sushi ever.
Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna make like.
You could make us some jelly donuts. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We don't have any rice. How do I make it without rice?
Improvise, Milo.
The Dweb will come out of the sand holding a rice cooker up now.
They knew. No, I think I'll just grab the berries and some of the leaves, and we'll just sort of. I don't know. He doesn't even have a fire. It's just sort of going to be something to chew on, mostly the berries. He's just trying to stay busy while we wait for V to speak with Ghastly, and he can't sit still. So. not while the adrenaline's still like coursing, and it's gonna take probably an hour before he's out of his full fight or flight. He either needs to do something or give it like an hour.
Explode.
Yeah.
You're gonna come back from gathering, and you're just gonna see V like halfway in that little tide pool over there as he's trying to crawl to get the Ghastly to come back.
Get back here!
Yeah, you look down and V's just face down in the puddle going,
No!
You can't talk to the Ghastly by dying. Stop.
That's
Let
what
us
you
help
think.
you.
Speaking of which, V, go ahead and roll me another perception check. As you are laying there, staring into the puddle. Okay. You and 19s, man. Okay. You are laying there for quite a while, and for once, your concentration is actually pretty intense in this moment. You're just watching for any signs, and you do see every once in a while there is a ripple, either from some water droplets from the ceiling breaking the surface, and you think you see movement here and there. At one point, you think that you see a pair of eyes watching you, but it disappears pretty quickly. Are you just watching and waiting, or are you saying anything, or what's... You get the feeling that she's still there. The Ghastly hasn't gone away, she's just very skittish.
Yeah. He just starts, like, trying to, just saying, like, gentle things, just, like, telling her that we can help her and that he wants her to come with to protect her.
Okay.
And just carefully trying to persuade her to come over here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. Okay. That's pretty good. It will still take a while, but I will say that slowly you guys are, Milo comes back after gathering. V, you are, busy with that. But, I mean, it seems to be, if not working immediately, you seem to still sense that there's, things happening, essentially. At the same time, however, daylight is dwindling. You guys came in here 3 o'clock. It's getting to be about 7-ish, and little by little, you're getting into dusk. And then, because you are in a cove, although you know that it's still not quite sunset, it's getting to be pretty dark. Even as the sun is probably still up on the horizon somewhere, but because of the fact that you're basically covered from all sides. And it's getting to be kind of chilly.
Yeah. As it gets darker, he kind of sits up in the sand, getting worried, and like just slowly like scoots across the sand towards the pool.
Okay.
Please, come on. We need to leave soon, and I can't leave without you. I need to take you out of here.
Little by little, there's another ripple in this pool, and then you see a face. Not in front of you, but in the water, as if it's looking at you from underwater, although you know that there's nothing but sand here. It's kind of phasing through it, almost, and it looks at you, blinks. It still doesn't have that traditional ghastly grin. It's still just kind of observing you.
How deep is the little tide pool? Is it like
not very
shallow?
It's really shallow. It's barely a foot, if any, if that.
But he'll taking the Pokeball with him, and he'll scoot all the way, like slowly trying to get like right up next to her.
Okay. Yeah, you can pretty much get next to the place where you can see her face in the water, but as you put your hand into the water, it doesn't hit anything physical. It just kind of phases through it almost. And you see the ghastly blink and then kind of dissolve and then reappear again, slightly in a different place, like to the left of your hand instead. Like the gentlest version of whack-a-mole.
He just like tries to put on his like nicest smile, and he just smiles, just like, come on, it'll be fine. And he'll just gently like lob the Pokeball at her.
Okay. Roll me another animal handling. 14. Let me double check something because I actually don't have her thing open. Okay. You lob the Pokemon, the Pokeball towards the water, and it looks silly to be quite fair because it's like right there. So you just kind of toss the Pokeball into the water, it lands with a splash, and you hear the telltale sign of something getting into the Pokeball, but it's eerie because like there's a red flash, but you don't know if it worked because the Pokeball just kind of locks, and then it sits there, and it's hard to ascertain whether it is swaying because of the natural movement of the water, or if it's just very slowly thinking about it. It wiggles once, it wiggles twice,
thinking,
and then it stops.
He just quickly reaches down and grabs it and pulls it up out of the water.
Which Pokeball did you use, by the way? Was it the old one that Milo gave you?
Yeah, he was using the old one.
Okay. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. That Pokeball is like scratched up and stuff.
It fits.
It was the one we found on this, or on the other island.
Yeah.
Found it in the
very
in
aesthetic.
the tree. Yeah. Forgotten.
he just kind of like taps the top of the Pokeball and just like holds it up to his ear. Just, did it work?
You don't hear anything from the Pokeball.
Just, Milo, how do you know if it works? And forgetting for a
What?
moment, he stands up and then just falls like
Oh,
Yeah.
face first into the water.
Roll a dexterity check. Or saving throw.
Here, Lou, hold these. And he's just gonna
Yep.
put all of the berries in Lou.
Okay. You you hear a crash and then a discerning ow, and yeah, I would even say I'm sorry to do this, but take another point of damage for that.
Blub, 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 blub.
Blah, 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 blah.
Aggravating your wounds.
No.
Yep. He just lays face first in the water.
As you do so and the Pokeball comes rolling out, you don't see anything touch the button, but suddenly it begins to shake again, and there's the sound of something releasing, and a moment later you feel a shadow over you. From your perspective, Milo, you see a Ghastly appear from the Pokeball, and it, like, goes over towards where V is laying face down and begins to kind of nervously phase through V's hair back and forth, like a cat pawing at its owner, worriedly.
You okay, V? That was how I was gonna recommend seeing if it worked. It was just, are you okay? You'll kind of like walk up tentatively. Are
bubbles.
you in the water?
Yep. He's just face
Uh-oh.
first in the water.
He'll pull you out of the water. Come on, V. Look, it worked.
Fuck this.
Look.
Did it work?
Roll you over, keeping your bad leg from flopping hard into the earth, into the ground. Yeah, looks like it. I mean, it's kind of just... it came out of the Pokeball. I'm just going to pick it up and hand it back to you.
He reaches 2 hands out towards the Ghastly, and I guess they probably just phase through.
They do kind of, yeah. And the Ghastly, although it clearly has been caught, it still appears skittish. It kind of phases through your hands, it does a little loop circle around you to make sure that you're not hurt, and then immediately, as if only now realizing that Milo's also there, phases almost like, goes behind your back, but ends up phasing halfway into it, and you feel the most uncomfortable shiver run up your spine.
Okay. Weird.
Okay. He'll just like push himself up a little bit. Okay. I mean, I know you said something to me before when you put me to sleep. Do you have a name?
The Ghastly kind of tilts its head to the side, and you see it almost thinking. Hold on. I'm gonna really quickly roll from my side. You see it thinking for a while, and then its expression falls little by little, and then it shakes its head.
That's okay. I'll give you one. How do you feel about Lily?
Ghastly thinks again. And then slowly, as if it's not quite sure yet, but it's slowly growing on it, it begins to nod. And then just for a second, you see a brief glimpse of some teeth as it kind of smiles. And then it does a loop around you again and tries to phase, like, into your back, essentially, as if it's just kind of hiding there.
Oh, it'll be fine. I like it. Milo, this is Lily.
Hey, Lily. I'm Milo. And he'll kind of like hold his hand out at the Ghastly. This is Lou.
I don't think she has hands. Well, I mean, she does sometimes. Maybe. Huh.
That's fair. I don't know. Actually, she kind of just... I don't know if I actually want her to shake my hand, but that's really cool. You caught her.
Think so.
Or she joined you. However, it all went down. You guys
I
are
think so.
definitely going about a unique way of
Well,
Pokemon wrangling.
I mean, I couldn't just throw Sheila at her and like
Oh,
beat
I
her
know.
up.
No.
Seems
No.
rude.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to come off as like a criticism. It's cool. It's just kind of like it's not what I expected. I guess I kind of like expected more. I don't know. But it's really cool and it works. You guys are definitely building up a team, and
Sometimes.
your Pokemon seem to trust you. I mean, like you've known Ivory for all of this adventure, and I'm pretty sure that Eevee would do literally anything for you or food.
Probably
For
food.
you or food.
And she'd complain about it the whole time, but it's fine.
But that kind of, but that loyalty, that's not something that just happens. That's because you're a good trainer. So I didn't mean for
Yeah.
anything to come off as criticism. It's just like I said,
No, it's
not what I expected.
me neither. But I guess it worked. We should get out of here.
Yeah.
I want her out of here. I want me out of here.
Yeah. Are
Um,
you good for a several hour long,
Hike through some
Hike?
water and cave.
I mean, am I good? Iffy. Are we gonna do it? Yes.
It gives you a very
Am I
long look.
going to complain the entire time? Most likely.
Okay. I mean, as
No.
long as
Can we get your ankle wrapped up at least so that when we end up in salt water, you're not like set on fire?
Oh god. I mean, it's already too late for that. This whole place is fucking salt water. There was salt in the wound as soon as it happened.
I mean that's fair.
Yeah,
That'll
but
I tell you, it's not great.
help with the infection. It'll keep it clean.
I hope so.
are you cool with compounding it then?
I mean, do we have anything? I'm down to wrap it. That actually sounds great. For
Milo
like,
holds up his shirt, and he has his shirt in his left hand and his knife in his right hand. We can make a wrap. Not a problem.
Milo,
I mean, it's just a shirt.
that-
mate.
do you have more shirts?
Yeah,
You-
in my backpack.
You did bring more than one pair of clothes with me?
Did I?
Kids look alike. Come on. I need you to say you have more than one pair of clothes. Even I keep more than one
Yeah.
pair of clothes.
Yeah,
I have at least 2 shirts, I think.
I've got 3 more back in my bag, but I don't need this one. And if it'll help your leg, then I can just cut along the seams. It'll make for some pretty decent. I can cut along this side across like one of the shoulders and down that side, so it's still one solid piece of fabric. And then we can kind of cut it into strips from there and tie those together to make kind of a wrap and at least put pressure on it.
It's gonna look fucking weird.
It's gonna look terrible, but if it does the job, that's it. And then we just throw it away when we get to, when we get to the boat. And I have an actual first aid kit and gauze bandages for this kind of injury back in my bag.
Yeah.
Once we get out of here, we can actually save your foot so you don't lose it.
Yeah.
What?
But, yeah,
Wait.
and Milo will just start like shredding his shirt into.
Wait, Milo, what did he mean by that?
Don't worry about it. It's all fine.
Wait.
Like these
No, why
kinds
are
of
you not
injuries
answering?
definitely don't have any sort of long-lasting effect on your stride or climbing ability or anything. We just need to get you to an adult, and you hear this long like rip.
Oh, it's fine.
So that they can help you rip, because I don't know how.
Milo,
Yeah, well-
Milo, I'm gonna need you to say it's fine.
He'll look you square in the eyes, and he'll be like, everything's going to be fine, V. I promise you, everything's going to be fine. We just need to work quickly, and we need to take it seriously, okay?
I don't know if I trust you, but okay. I mean, I trust you, but not the words that are coming out of your face at the moment. It's fine. Just do it.
You can insight check him if you want.
Yeah,
To you.
with a hot 6.
He 100% sincerely believes that if he can get you out of here quickly, then you'll be fine. There won't be any problems. You probably won't even have a scar. It'll all heal up just great.
Fine. Just do it. Hold on. He just
rapping.
He'll reach over and grab Lily's Pokeball and return her. Alright, we're getting out of here.
He'll actually use Lou to help him wrap it nice and tight because he's a fighting Pokemon, so he's strong.
That's fair. I will say you have to spin around a couple of times to get Lily into her Pokeball because she seems intent to like stay right behind the middle of your back, but eventually she goes back in. And yeah, you can get Lou to help. It's probably a good idea.
And then can I reach Sheila from here? If he kind of like
with the
bends
Pokeball?
backwards a little bit with her Pokeball, yeah.
What did we decide? It was like twice the amount.
I think so.
That's like 30 feet. What's the recall? 60? Yeah, you can reach.
Okay. He just like reaches up behind himself with the Pokeball and calls her back to.
You see the little purple shell peeking out from the water. Sheila was apparently licking a part of the wall of the caves here, getting some salt all of it. She craves that mineral.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably something that's actually healthy for you.
Yep.
I mean, it's been a good trip. Like, one thing withstanding. Aside from that, this place was really cool, but yeah, this definitely took a hit.
It was still cool. It's just,
okay,
extremely painful.
I got this stick kind of set up for you. There's a little, there's one branch kind of left here. You can kind of set it in your armpit a little bit and kind of put your weight onto it. Use this on the leg that's busted, okay? You put it on that side, just keep that foot up, and don't put any weight onto it. And then he'll go onto your other side, and he'll kind of pull that arm up, and then put the rest of your weight on my shoulder, and this, you just sort of hobble in between the stick and I'm helping carry you.
Wait, how do I, this seems really awkward. How do I walk?
You don't, alright, keep one leg, and he'll kind of walk him through using a single crutch and another person as like a balance, but...
Okay.
They're going to have to hobble together. So I figure this will take 2.5, 3 hours.
So here's my question before we get to even the hobbling part. You guys can definitely hobble all the way over here to the hole. I would like to know how you are getting V, who cannot use one of his legs, down the roots of a tree that you climbed up.
It's not just a straight shot that he could be.
Oh, you want to just drop V down the hole?
Do it.
Not dropped per se, but then I realized as I was saying it that I don't have any rope, so that kind of does.
I can do it. It's fine.
Okay.
No, but before we get down that hole, and now that my PC is not crashed, was I able to pick up that Dwebble?
You were definitely able to pick up the Dwebble that... Are you picking up a specific Dwebble? Because there's 2 or 3.
Just the one. It was just the one to my side.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely pick up the Dwebble.
Alright, so he's just gonna... This whole time he's just been kind of hanging out with it, letting it eat some more jam,
Oh, no.
If Milo needs help, he's got Milo's back, but once it's clear that it's time to go, he's gonna get up and walk, but... He's just gonna have it kind of tucked under his arm, like a football. Yeah, okay, you're part of the team now. Come along.
Okay,
you're coming with us, Dwebble. Okay, bye.
I will say that if you open another thing of jam in front of the Dwebble, then they will all come. You will get at least 5 or 6 more Dwebble coming out and basically trying to crowd around you, being like jam.
I mean.
For me.
Okay, I'll share a little bit more jam with you guys. Hang on, he'll kind of
At least they're not.
Yeah, he'll divvy it up. He'll kind of use the cap of the jar to kind of scoop some out. That way, each one gets its fair share, and he'll keep more than what he gave the others in the jar that he has for the
Mhm.
one that he's carrying.
Okay.
But he'll make sure they all get their fair share because
Okay.
he just loves Pokemon in general.
Fair enough.
Bye, Frederick. Hope you have a good trip out into the world as the stranger steals you.
Is it adoption or kidnapping? We don't know.
Yes.
We're as unsure as everyone else here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Dwebble will not mind. You've given them so much jam that they are just prepared to follow you anywhere. In fact, if you start to walk away, you will get like 5 more Dwebble essentially slowly walking after you, like these little pebbles.
Where they're god.
They're all coming with. Oh no. All right.
Well, once you have your Dwebble army, all right. Well, I think we're ready to start
Hobble
trying
over
to make
the
the
to the
descent.
down. Yeah. As soon as we get there and you're like trying to figure out what to do, Vish just like pushes kind of away from you and he's just like, it's fine, I got it.
All right.
Easy.
Let me. Okay. I think it's going to be the best way for us to get down for you to do this. But let me go first, okay? Let me just kind of be ahead of you. That way, if you slip, I can try to catch you, okay?
Don't catch. You're gonna catch me? You're gonna break your arms.
He looks you up and down. You're really not that heavy, V.
Hey.
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 It'll be better than landing on the rock, okay? Just let me go first. You follow up behind. You lost my flashlight. Kid, can I borrow your
You
flashlight?
know, I think the monster in the ship ate your flashlight. I didn't lose it.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah, he'll rummage through with his free hand and he'll hand Milo his flashlight.
Awesome. He kind of gives it like 2 or 3 clicks before it finally flashes on. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to clean out the contacts. I think you got some salt water in there, maybe. I don't know.
No,
No.
it's good. It's been in the plastic bag. It's just
Okay.
taking I don't know if you've seen how much I've fallen over stuff since we've been on this little journey.
It's
taking
just
a
totally
beating like
smashed on the
everything
inside.
else.
You probably haven't noticed like several new scrapes or bruises just since we've been in this cave. They probably look like they've already been there for a while, but he's probably done a number on his shins just coming through the cave and the water.
That's fair.
All right. Well, I will need an athletics. Actually, no, you have a climbing speed. Curse you and your climbing
I have a climbing
speed.
speed, yes.
Never mind. I don't need an athletics check from you. Milo, you spider monkey your way down without much of a problem. Now, it is dark, so yes, you will need the flashlight. God, roll me a perception. Just roll me a perception. Just... Okay.
And he recalls Lou
Okay.
at the top of the ladder or the top of the roots, and then he's gonna let him back out of the Pokeball once we're back into the cave.
Okay. You are back into the cave. Up above you, you see V. Are you climbing all the way down before V follows, or how are we doing this?
No, I'll climb. How far is it down the roots?
Hold on while I do math. It's a solid, like... I'm trying to imagine a climbing wall. It's like a solid 40 feet.
He'll stay
Oh,
about
good.
10 to 15 feet ahead and just progress. He'll basically get in and kind of look around, hanging from the roots to make sure there's nothing in here,
Mm-hmm.
and then call up.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Don't, it's fine. Don't, it's fine.
Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Do we... Did you bring rope, kid?
Afraid not.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, well, I have rope in my back.
Fine. I can do it. It's fine, Milo.
Okay, no,
Milo, roll me a perception check really quick while you're down in the cave ahead of V.
21.
Oh, sorry, no, that was for climbing down into the cave, and you made it down without a problem. I didn't have you roll in athletics. Roll me a perception check for specifically looking around the cave, since you said that you were looking for things that may have changed. 17. Okay. You have this interesting moment where as you slide down the last little bit of route, the spider's out into the cave itself. You kind of shine the flashlight around, make sure that there's no water suddenly coming back up, and the floor does seem a little bit wet.
Okay.
That is one thing you notice. It's not like flooding yet or anything, but it is definitely, there's definitely water coming in from somewhere. You also, as your flashlight runs across the wall, notice a couple of shapes, and your light falls, I'd say with a 17, yeah. Your light falls on a single spinnerack that is up at the cave wall, and you look at it, and it looks at you, and it just kind of awkwardly, slowly walks out of the light and deeper into the cave.
No, we'll be passing through real soon. Sorry. Okay.
Sorry I destroyed your home.
V, go ahead. Follow me down. Nice and careful.
Okay.
There's plenty of handholds, you know. Just try to keep your weight off that foot, okay?
Climb down. Don't put weight on foot.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Got it.
V, I am sorry, but I do actually have a really good understanding of how important footholds are when you are climbing, even when you're down climbing something.
Especially when you're down climbing.
Especially when you're down climbing. I need a strength check from you. The DC for this will probably be something like 16.
Okay,
Because,
I only have to roll a 17 or above. Easy.
Because, yeah.
It's not 20.
Alright, so I
Right.
am about 15 feet ahead, just in case.
Okay, so you climb back up.
Range.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm within range so that if he starts to fall, I can potentially, like, try to catch him.
Okay. And you have the flashlight in your teeth.
Yes.
Presumably.
Or probably between his teeth or in one hand. Like, he's probably hanging there
Okay.
with one hand on a root and his feet on the roots and the flashlight to illuminate the way down.
Okay. That makes sense. So V,
He's a
you
spider
begin your
monkey.
descent. Go ahead and roll your strength check. Nice.
Nailed it.
Nice. Well, it's not a critical fail. Could have been worse. Here's the thing. You're not quite tired yet, but you begin to slowly climb down. You make it about 5 feet down. Milo is still about 10 feet below you.
You're doing good.
You slowly begin to hobble down, but for a moment, you glance down to Milo, and you see the flashlight shining back up at you, and you kind of blink, and for a moment you forget the fact that your foot is fucked up, and you automatically reach with it and try to put pressure on it, which hurts like a motherfucker, and you go, ow, and you slip, and you slide down.
Son of a bitch.
Hold on a second, I'm gonna roll something. Roll me a dexterity saving throw, to see if you can catch yourself. You're not in free fall, but you're definitely in... Okay, just barely. You're not in free fall or anything, but I would say...
Not yet.
You take some burning damage on your hands. Take another 2 points of damage.
God, not again.
Wait. I
Fuck,
have an
son of a
idea.
bitch.
Just hang right there. And while he's kind of
What?
hanging onto the roots, he's going to fiddle around on his belt. He's going to pull out Chester's Pokeball.
Okay.
And he'll release Chester.
Nice.
Okay. Now, I know we normally use these to hurt the other Pokemon to fight with, okay? But let's try using it as, like, a rope. Can you extend your Vine Whip and just lower V down slowly, or at least give him something to kind of support him in case he falls?
And Chester glances
Hurry
at
up.
you.
He's got Chester just on his shoulder while he's spider-monkeyed on the roots.
Okay. Chester kind of looks around this, and this tunnel is relatively narrow. At no point would you be in free fall if you fell. You would just hit a lot of shit on the way down.
Neat. Even better.
Yes, indeed.
Right, that's not better.
But Chester definitely kind of looks around the tunnel, kind of calculates. I would say Chester probably kind of climbs off of your shoulder and sinks like his little claws. I know the art doesn't have claws, but he's a fucking burrowing Pokemon. He sinks his claws into one of the roots and kind of hangs on, and he does bring out the the vines that he usually uses as an attack, carefully wraps one of them around V's, like, waist.
Oh god, the vines are eating me.
And
No,
then
it's
wraps
okay,
the
it's
other
okay.
one around the root, essentially.
Good. Yeah, anchor yourself there. Okay, now try descending slowly, V. And Chester's gonna try to give you, like, at least an anchor to kind of bear some weight against.
Go down, okay.
Alright, you got another 20 feet left. Well, how much was it? 5 feet? 10 feet? Okay, you got another, 20, 25 feet left. Go ahead and roll me another strength check, please. Or athletics, I would also accept.
That's fine. It's a 6 or an 8.
I mean, an 8's better than a 6.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would like Chester to roll me a strength saving throw, please.
Hey,
Whoop.
sorry, give me 1 second. I just need to shrink him.
Did I burn my hands through the bandages that were already on my hands from the previous rope burn?
You have had a day.
Probably.
We need to get you to the clerics.
I need to leave.
Oh my god. Alright, dexterity from Chester, you said?
Yes, dexterity save if he has it, or dexterity.
No saving proficiency, but that is a 16.
Okay. Chester manages to hang on, and V, you once again start to down climb, bang your shin on something, yelp in anger, and begin to slide further down, bump your elbow along the way. You don't take any damage because of Chester, but you've made it one way or another 15 feet down. A little bit faster than you would have liked.
Fuck this. I
He'll,
want to get off this ride.
yeah, hold on. He'll kind of like, Milo will just sort of jump down the vines and get down to where V is. Alright, let's do this instead. Just hang on to me and Chester, and I'm gonna climb down with you on my back, with the weight being borne by Chester. We'll get you down together this last 15 feet, and that way, you know.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
There's not a lot of room in this tunnel for you to put him on your back. You can kind of try to support.
I'll try to help him lower as best as possible.
Okay.
Just
Just
like lower me down as far as you can and just fucking drop me. Fuck this.
No, don't. Okay, if you fall, he looks you square in the eyes. Do not land on that leg. Okay? Land on your ass, land on your back, land on your shoulders, anything but that leg or your face. Those are the 2 things you can't land on, okay?
Land on your head. That's fine. There's nothing important in there.
Yeah.
Your back's fine. Just it'll knock the wind out of you, but at least it won't break.
All right. Last
I'll
strength
give you a
check
hand.
with advantage
Help
this
action.
time. Yes, with advantage this time. Last strength check. Last.
Can Chester
stretch.
lower himself and get a little closer too?
Yeah,
so we
yes,
can have
Chester.
a closer anchor point.
Between you and Chester, that's what's. God, why are you? Well, you
Okay,
avoided.
good. Well, it wasn't a 1.
Why are you like this?
I need Chester to roll me a strength saving throw, please.
Okay, he's actually got a better strength than
Okay,
a dexterity.
Kid, from your perspective, your friends have gone down into the hole, and you have heard approximately the following. Okay, carefully, careful. Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Fuck! Oh, fuck! No, hold on! Okay, it's fine, it's fine. We're gonna do this.
No, shut up! It's fine!
And then, like, 5 minutes later, once
Just drop
again...
Just drop me.
Just drop.
And then finally, after a final thump,
Yeah.
you hear, okay, kid, anytime.
Trash.
Just
a
for
very
that,
tired Milo.
I'm very sorry, but do take another point of damage, because, I mean, Chester did save you, but it's not easy. It's not easy.
We're almost
by
there, guys. We've almost done it.
Any stretch of the imagination.
we're at the start of our trek. I appreciate the optimism, but we got so far to go.
Yep.
You just hear like coughing and wheezing at the bottom because he tried to land on his back like Milo said. It didn't feel great.
Hey, at least you didn't land on your leg. That's what's really important here.
Yep.
He'll take the crutch off his back because I figure V couldn't have carried it down, so Milo had to.
Yep.
And he'll hand it to V. Okay, while kid climbs down, let's practice walking. Just give me your arm and the other arm on the crutch, and wait on the crutch and step. Okay, now move the crutch. Wait on the crutch. And we'll
That
just sort of
hurts.
do. I know, it's moving your leg's gonna hurt no matter what. Just don't put any weight on that.
No, it hurts my arm.
Oh, well, it's a stick, V. What do you want?
Yep.
Just a little bit of his mom's sass came through in that one.
For a second, yeah. Milo has one of those moments where he's like, oh god, I'm my parent.
Becoming my mom. Kid, hurry!
I don't have much time.
Traumatic events seem to be aging me.
Alright.
I'm almost old.
Yep.
Oh no.
Well. Yep.
Boy. Alright, Chester. That was really impressive, but it kind of gives him a scruff on the head. I really need to get Lou caught up to you guys. So, back into the Pokeball. You did a great job. I'm really proud of you, buddy. And he'll recall him and send Lou back out because Lou needs the training.
Okay. No, absolutely. Lou is gonna get experience at the end of this, I would say, because Lou's been just through it.
One way or the other, he's had a day.
Yep.
Alright, kid. Why don't you scout ahead? Stay, just in case, like, there are Pokemon waiting. I saw Spinnerack when I came down here, but he kind of moved out of the light. He didn't like the
Does
light.
Kid have to roll to go down the vines?
Kid will probably need to roll me just a very standard athletics check, yeah. Alright. I would say, yeah,
He has
with
the
a
use of both
14.
his legs.
Yeah, he has the use of both his legs. It's not that big of a deal.
He's got legs and arms.
He does have
He's
legs and
fine.
arms. It's very helpful. It's a very interesting trait, you know. Alright. Well, you guys are all down in the tunnel. Some of you worse for wear. One way or another.
Right.
It did take you quite a while to get down here, although some of you took the trip a lot faster than you meant to, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Easy peas.
I figure that took half an hour, maybe, getting down. So we've got 3 hours. 3 hours till the tide comes in, okay? So we need to move quickly, but at the same time, he kind of looks over. We can't move too quickly, so kid, stay ahead of us. That way, if anything jumps out, it can go for you. We'll run support. I'll keep V moving. I'll get the
How long
flashlight from
could
back
it
here and keep
take?
it on you. And
30 minutes. It's
I think I'm probably gonna need the flashlight if you want me going ahead so I can see something springing out at me.
yeah,
I don't know if it's gonna benefit me all that much if you're behind me with the flashlight and just kind of
I know.
having me block a chunk of it out.
But we gotta be able to see where we're stepping. And with the crutch. Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Then we might not want to have anybody scouting ahead. We might just want to go slow as a squad and
Okay.
keep our eyes peeled.
I think that's gonna be the best bet then. Why don't you hold the flashlight? Just stay with us. That way we can see where we're going. All stay together. And you keep your eyes on everything around us. I'll keep helping V move, and we'll get through this as quickly as we can. Before the tide comes in.
We'll be fine.
All right, and before Kid takes the flashlight, he's just gonna tap the dwebble with a Pokeball. Let's just go ahead and see if we can catch this, because I just realized I probably don't need to have a little passenger riding in case something pops off.
Alright, yeah, that makes sense. Hold on, let me pull up the Dwebble. What did I do? Where's my Dwebble? Oh god. They had stat
You live
blocks.
here now, Dwebble.
Alright. What level are you, Dwebble? What is happening?
Level is you Dwebbles.
What is happening?
One.
That's what the
Where are you,
Dwebble is
Dwebble?
thinking.
That's what the Dwebble is thinking. Go ahead and roll me an animal handling. The Dwebble has just been kind of surfing.
Nice.
Now one, baby.
You, well, unfortunately, you turn to the Dwebble and you're like, okay, we don't need, you should probably get in here. You tap the Pokeball against the Dwebble, and as you do so, the Dwebble immediately goes in. It wiggles once and then just breaks apart, and the Dwebble skitters down.
Oh no.
Onto your feet,
Like, no,
and kind
I
of
wanna
like,
walk.
yeah, looks back at you, looking a little bit betrayed, I'm not gonna lie. Oh god, big Dwebble.
Come on, Dwebble.
How could you?
You're just gonna be part of the team. It's safer for you in there because we don't know what's about to pop off.
Unfortunately, you have lost that Pokeball.
Broken Pokeball.
He's ferocious. He's a fighter. He'll get him.
He's gonna kind of crouch for the Dwebble, just like. I don't want you to feel attacked here. This is just. Froaky's got one too. He'll kind of gesture to Froaky on his head, like it's not anything dangerous. He'll hold another Pokeball out, like I'm gonna try again, okay?
Dwebble's like, I came out here to eat jam and I'm feeling so attacked right now.
We'll get you so much jam, Dwebble. We just don't really have a lot of time, so.
Okay, roll me, just for funsies, roll me a persuasion check, kid. Nah, I was gonna give you advantage on your next Pokeball roll, but unfortunately the Dwebble is still kind of... If Dwebbles could cross their arms, it would. Go ahead and roll me another animal handling. Alright, you pop the Dwebble into the Pokeball ball again. It drops down onto the ground, wiggles once, wiggles twice, wiggles a third time, and just as you think that, oh, it's caught, suddenly it bursts open again and the Dwebble is still standing there.
Yeah.
Dwebble, what are you doing?
Why are you like this?
I gave you so much jam.
You see the little eyebrows floating in space and go into an offensive position over its little beady eyes.
If you wanna kind of establish some dominance with Froaky there, that might.
Froaky's been
Calm
watching
its-
all of this with the most uttermost interest.
I mean, I was trying to be cool, and it seemed like it was cool, but it also seems like it wants more jam than a Pokeball. So I guess we might need to take a quick little moment to have a friendly bout.
Yeah, no worries. We'll just.
Should I just keep walking, and then by the time that you're done, you'll probably be able to catch up to me?
Well, no, because we can't without the light, and he kind of needs the light. So we're just gonna walk in circles here and practice walking with the crutch, okay?
No, ow, that hurts.
I know.
It hurts more.
If you practice now, then it will reduce the risk of you messing it up as we're going down the actual tunnel that is, scary and dark and dangerous. Just please.
But what if I get tired?
It'll be okay. It shouldn't take long. Either it'll want to come along or it'll just peace out. But
Hurry up.
Kid'll
Alright.
hop down a little, just so that he's not up on the ledge. He'll set Froaky up on the ledge with Dwebble, just so they're on even footing,
Yeah, the Dwebble puts its
Nice.
little claws up, kind of walks back a little bit onto the root and squares up. I guess we're doing this, so I suppose let's roll off.
Dwebble
with,
fight.
Yeah.
It's how they've evolved. It's their natural process. They love to battle. Live to battle.
Dwebble will also roll
Murder.
Oh, damn.
Look at Dwebble. No wonder he or she busted out the Pokeball.
Fucking ready to go. All right. Dwebble goes first, and let me just really quickly. I did not expect you to fail catching Pokemon. I've gotten so used to you catching on the first try that I was like,
Right?
okay.
Unfortunately, a nat 1 kind of puts a damper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I have to really quickly decide which ability this Pokemon is gonna have. Can you? Well, kid, you're the one battling it. Can you roll me a 1d4 odds or evens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Odds.
Is it shiny?
It's not. Well, you can't see right now. We'll decide that after.
It's too dark.
It's too dark to see.
I can't get this flashlight just right to see if its color is correct or not. I guess we'll find out soon.
Yep.
You wouldn't know because they all are almost identical.
Yep.
It's like a slightly darker shade.
Yeah, I can imagine that being a little bit difficult.
That's unfortunate.
But yeah, the Dwebble will square up and then rush towards Froakie with a Fury Cutter. Let's see what happens. That is a natural 4, so no, Froakie dodges out of the way without any problem.
Alright, Roki, I guess. I mean, start it with a quick attack.
Okay.
Another net 1, and then
Oh,
follow
no.
it with a lick.
Nice. Doing
Powerful
great.
stuff.
Froakie's
Powerful
just
stuff.
looking at you like, but why? He's so cute.
Honestly, I would say Froakie is probably pretty perplexed by whatever the hell is going on. Like, she's down with it, but she's also like, crap, and every time she tries to smack it, she begins to lick, and the Dwebble holds up its claws and begins to click them menacingly, and she's like, this might not be
Maybe
the
not.
best idea. But yeah, I guess, spoiler alert, this Pokemon only has one move. It is Fury Cutter. Okay, Fury Cutter, I believe 19 will hit.
Fury of the Crab.
So that is a grand total of 5 bug damage.
Oh no. 5 whole damage. Whatever will Froakie do?
Whatever will Froakie do. Yeah.
How's Froakie against Bug? That should be fine, right?
Bug doesn't do anything to water.
Alright.
Now, if Oddish was out, she'd be having a
That
rough
would-
time.
Okay. Cool, I was just making sure that I was reading Fury Cutter right. But yeah, it's your turn again. I don't know why I have this turn order token. We know whose turn it is.
Let's try again, Froakie. Just do it again,
Come
because
on,
we
just
don't want
hit
to hit
crab.
it too hard.
No, as Froakie lashes out, the Dwebble very quickly retreats into its shell and does not hit with a quick attack. However, the next
And then you
lick does hit.
lick the crab.
Okay. 9 ghost. Let's
Uh-oh.
see. No, it doesn't have any.
Sure, that's fine, right?
Okay. Was that a... Oh, no.
No,
never
it
mind.
wasn't. It was a 15.
Okay.
Dweeb.
9, damn. Okay, nice. In retaliation, another Fury Cutter. Oh, that's a natural 1! Alright. What you doing, Froakie?
How's Dwebble looking?
Dwebble's already looking like it is swaying from that lick. That lick did not feel good. It's just kind of like awkwardly retreating into its shell and snapping its little... Actually, hold on. I didn't read something from its ability. It has sturdy, so... Ooh, yeah, sturdy. Takes an amount of damage from a single hit that is equal or greater to half the spell that the damage is halved. So actually...
It looks alright.
Actually, it looks alright, yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Now I don't feel as bad trying to go for another lick to potentially paralyze.
Alright, go ahead.
Good. Hit him with a lick, Froakie.
Alright, 13 unfortunately does not hit. It hides back into its shell.
All right.
Lick,
Well,
lick,
I
lick.
guess Try a quick attack.
17 will hit. Alright, 3 normal damage, which actually... Okay, doesn't seem like it's too bothered by the quick attacks, to be honest. It's mostly just tanking them. But it will retaliate with another Fury Cutter. That is a 14 to hit?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that is a grand total of 4 bug damage.
Bug damage.
Bug damage.
Alrighty.
Alright, it's Froki's turn though.
Alright, and how's it? Is it still looking relatively okay?
Yeah, it looks like the quick attack didn't bother it that much, to be honest.
Okay. Let's try another lick. Well,
Jeez! Dude, what's happening?
Get him out now.
I have never
mean-
seen you roll this slow.
Get him out now on the crab.
Okay, yeah, quick attack will hit. That's...
1
Oh
damage.
boy. Cade, what happens when you have to have a 1? Is that just 0 damage? Because Dwebble's resistant to normal. So would that just still be 1 damage, or would that just be 0?
I think it just rolls down to 1 no matter what.
It's just 1.
Okay.
I mean, it does round down.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
half
just do it
of 1 damage would be none.
I don't
But that's up to you.
I don't know, man.
Because this, the Pokemon game especially has a lot more
Yeah.
resistances and stuff than normal D&D, so it just comes up more often. So whatever your call.
Well, I mean, it did hit. I don't want to just make the attack be completely ineffective. It did hit, so I'll just get it down to 1. Okay,
half a point of damage.
half of 1. That's a 13 to hit with Fury Cutter.
yep, that hits.
Okay. Hold on a second. That is a grand total of 7 bug damage.
Alrighty.
Crab.
Okay.
Crab damage.
Crab damage.
It is Froki's turn.
Let's just keep trying to lick.
That won't hit. It keeps on retreating back into its shell.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, every low roll. I think I've rolled. The only time I've rolled lower than this was that time in Tyranny where I did not roll above like an 8 the entire session.
That's what I've been thinking about. Is
Yeah.
it's just like that.
Okay. That's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And here's the thing with Fury Cutter. Every time you consecutively hit with it, it doubles the dice. So I need to roll 4d4 at this point.
Yikes.
And that's a grand
Stupid crab.
total of, yeah, that's a grand total of 12 bug damage.
12?
Okay.
12
No,
bug
Froki's
damage.
down.
Yeah, Dwebble fucking lashes out at Froki and begins to cut into it again, and each successive time it's hit for the past couple of turns, it has taken it down. Yeah.
And then Froki comes back, and I guess the problem is I either put somebody in that's at risk or put somebody in that's gonna fuck him up.
I have a question. How much experience does Dwebble get from beating Froki?
Well, I mean, it's whatever you gave Cade and Fox's, it should get the whole thing because it just did it by itself.
Ding ding. Dwebble just
Right. Oh, God, no.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna rename this into Swole Dwebble. Dwobble.
Oh no.
Dwobble.
He ate too much jam.
Oh god, he's unstoppable.
Dwobble.
Well, on the bright side, it's at least mid-fight, so it shouldn't level up
No,
right
it
now.
shouldn't level up until it's ready.
But if I can catch it without killing it, it should have decent XP now, right?
That's what I'm kind of wondering. We'll hash that out after the fight is done. Who are you sending out after Froki?
Probably gonna be Zubat.
Okay.
Just because I think it would be safer to have her out than Oddish, with Oddish would be at a kind of a disadvantage. That Fury Cutter would be a little bit dangerous for Oddish, I feel like, right now, because it's been consecutive hits, you know?
Yeah, it hasn't missed yet.
Does it
That's
reset
dangerous.
on a new Pokemon, or?
No,
No, I
not by
don't
the
think so.
wording, not that I remember.
Okay.
And see, it did miss, but it missed like early on, and then the second miss was in that one before it started getting on a roll.
Yep.
So like, it is building.
Yeah, next time it's gonna
You'll
max
need a
out
crab
at
hearing
8d4. So
Yikes.
it maxes out at 8d4 like 8 times, but yeah.
Still a lot.
Luckily, Zubat is like 10 feet in the air and it can't be reached by Dwebble. And
That's fair.
he's just going to have her, do a quick Astonish whenever it gets around to my turn.
Okay, is Astonish a ranged attack or a melee attack?
It is. Nope, it is.
A
It
ranged,
is
I
a melee
see.
weapon attack, but it's a 20-foot range.
Okay. So, Zubat is in her element. She is fluttering around the cave. Ooh!
Oh, come
Yeah,
on,
she
man.
sure is.
Please, man.
Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm
Hell yeah, I'm out here.
unless it min rolls, I'm pretty sure it's done.
Well, we'll see.
You got too excited.
No, because it's more than that because of Johto and.
Yeah.
But 16 damage, if it's over half its hit points, Sturdy would kick in to do
Does take half
8.
damage.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't know if
Right?
it could do it more than once, but if that's the case,
Can it?
Yeah,
It
it's like every
doesn't-
time.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say that it's limited to a
so
one-time
okay,
thing.
all right, that's
Mm-mm.
not bad.
Yeah.
Then it's only 8. It's only 8, but that guarantees a flinch.
So hold on. So yes, it is only 8 damage, right? So 13 plus 3, 16 divided by 2 is 8. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
This is just ridiculous.
And it is flinched. Okay, so next it
Catch it,
It
kid.
just has disadvantage.
It has
That's
disadvantage.
just,
Okay.
but I mean, it also
Catch the
can't reach.
Pokeball.
It
right
really
now,
can't
so-
reach. It will. Well, it can try to jump.
Well, jump,
Crab
Bubble, I
jump.
believe in you.
What should I
Crab
make
jump.
the DC? I would say 15. Well, yeah, 15 sounds fair to make the jump. It will parkour off of the rocks and try to go for one last Fury Cutter. So here's, I'll
Stab you
roll
in the face.
publicly. Here's the strength check to jump up. That's a
Oh
fucking
my
21.
god.
Hell yeah, Dwebble.
This Dwebble is ready to fucking go.
You're about to murder your face in.
This
It's
is
great.
this is the next Fury Cutter at disadvantage. Come on, Dwebble. That's a 14
Hell
to
yeah.
hit.
Yep, that hits, but I actually have resistance.
Fucking get him.
It'll be okay.
Well, here I go. I'm gonna roll. However, here's the thing. It's gonna be this plus 7d4.
Just roll them all. That way, it'll be easier to
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
20.
So that's only.
That's 21
So,
plus
10?
4, so 25.
25 half to
So
12.
12. Okay.
Thank goodness you had that resistance because this Dwebble was about to fucking tank.
You're right. You just hit like a fucking tank.
So is it? So it just doubles the die it does each consecutive hit.
Up to 8
Yep.
times, yes.
Terrifying.
Yeah, rollout's the same here because Chester has it.
Yep.
And so I was trying to remember which one of my Pokemon had something that did the same.
So it says double the dice roll for each damage each time you hit. The multiplier maxes out at 8 times the original damage.
Yeah.
But the
The,
damage resets if any of the attacks miss or if you're incapacitated.
rollout maxes out at 16d6.
Yeah, rollout's a fucking beast. But yeah, it's Zubat's turn, however.
No, I'm just gonna throw a Pokeball
Okay.
because I don't want to KO the man, and I would prefer him not to KO another Pokemon.
Take out half your team.
This Dwebble was your actual.
Oh, dude, no, I'm straight. Kid has more Pokemon than he's supposed to right now. Remember, and we're in the cave. Nobody will ever know if I break the law.
Go ahead and
I
throw.
don't know.
Animal handling check.
So disappointed.
Okay.
That's bad.
You throw the Pokeball, you're like, alright, you took down Froakie, you're about to... Zubat's already looking kind of rough, honestly. This Dwebble...
Take Froakie out, please.
Dwebble lands on the opposite side of the cave after its wild-ass parkour stunt that it just pulled with Zubat. Digs its claws into the rock wall, looks back at you like, bet? And immediately you throw the Pokeball, you know. And you feel in that moment the respect that you both have for one another. And before it even hits, you see the Dwebble, as if in slow motion, squinting as it's thinking about it. The ball bumps against Dwebble's shell. It envelops it in a red light and slowly falls to the ground, rolls down. It begins to shake. Shakes once. Shakes twice. And then finally clicks.